Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Multiverse, the place where you can learn any language. Language like English, Spanish, French, going to be taught here. So if you are really up to learn these languages, then you're most welcome. In this video, it is not going to be a grammatical lecture video, or I'm not going to teach you right now any grammar rules and regulation. This is the first video, so it's going to be definitely an introductory video. So I'm just going to share a unique trick what I had used while I used to learn these languages. So I'm sharing this strategy, and it is very short strategy, and it requires only a week, and this is really a working strategy. If you just implement it correctly, you will get the result and you will be amazed. So the strategy is simple, that it is a unique strategy which will get you fluent within a week. So it requires only two things. First thing is that you must be able to read the text, or I'm just saying that you will need to be at intermediate level. I mean, if you are at the intermediate level, or you can read the text, or read the language you want to learn, then this strategy can work for you. At least you should be able to read the language you want to learn. Second thing, which is very easy and which almost everybody possesses nowadays, so you must have a smartphone. Okay, and you need to have it all throughout the day, or I'm just saying that you must carry it throughout the week. I mean, it is a week long course, so it is not that much time. You have to carry it throughout the as long as it course is going on. So other skills which is required here is as it is a 1 week long course, so it is very short time, so it requires your persistency. Okay, second thing, it requires your conscious practice. Okay, every time you have to keep reminding yourself that you are learning a language, whether you are with your friends, you are in function, you are doing anything, you just keep reminding yourself that that you are learning a language. So this requires a conscious practice. Hardworking nature, I mean, I'm just saying that if you're going to learn a language within a week, or these languages are courses are offered for 3 months, 9 months, 1 year, or I'm just saying I'm going to teach you within a week. So it's really required a hard work. Okay, now let's listen to the strategy carefully. The strategy is very simple. How a child learns language, we have to learn the same way. The child learns any language. A child learns the language as repeating things. Okay, a child learns while repeating everything. What he repeats or she repeats, learns that, or what they observe. Children, what they observe, they learn very quickly. So same way, what we going to do. Okay, so first thing, what you have to do in this strategy, you have to at least, firstly, what you have to do is that you have to compel yourself, or you have to force yourself to start thinking in the language you want to learn. Okay, you need to start thinking in the language you want to learn. Suppose you are learning Spanish. Okay, you are learning Spanish. Now you have to compel yourself to start thinking, or if it is possible, then speak it out loud. And if it is not possible, then you can keep thinking in mind, but remember that should be in Spanish if you are learning. Okay, now I know what kind of questions may be arising in your mind, but I'm just going to give you answer to almost everything. So second thing, first thing, it was that you have to compel yourself. Now question arises is that if I don't know something, then how would I translate it? That's a very genuine question. So for that, what we can do, second point is that what was the second point is that we must have a mobile phone. For that, if you know something is coming in your mind, okay, now if you know the meaning, then you have to pay attention that this thing came in my mind, not in the language I want to learn, so I have to translate it, and then translate it. If you know the translation, then very good. translate it and repeat it twice or thrice. Okay, now the second thing, if I don't know how would I translate it, for that what you can do, you can download a Google Translator. Okay, set it to the language you want to learn, okay, with the native language you already speaking, and then translate it. Okay, so in Google Translator or any translations, what happens when we translate it, 95% chances we got the exact meaning. Okay, only 20% chances where we got similar meaning, and similar meaning, not wrong meaning, it's a similar meaning, it's not exact, it's similar meaning. So all you get the right meaning when you translate. 95% chances you get the exact same meaning. So all you have to do, if you don't know the meaning, you have to repeat that. Okay, now after translation you have to repeat it thrice, and you have to do it every time. How many times you just forget or you don't know the meaning, you have to remind yourself. If you know the meaning, then translate it and repeat it, and if you don't know the meaning, translate it and then repeat it thrice. So you have to keep doing it for a week, and believe me, after a week you will be able to you will be speaking fluently within a week. And I have tried. So that was the studies, that you have to compel yourself to start thinking in language you want to learn, and then start repeating it. Okay, and if you don't know the meaning, you have to use your phone and translate it and repeat it again at least thrice. And what happens in our daily life, 80% 80 to 90% our conversations are same conversation what we had yesterday and a day before day and a day after tomorrow. So we're going to cover these all 80-90% conversation in this coming week or in this course. Okay, in this week you will be covering all these 80-90%. You will be able to speak everything, whatever you speak, you will have the same translation in your mind, and you will not really need to think, start translating in mind, and you will start speaking directly. So that's what we're going to do. And rest 20, we could say 10 to 20% is a kind of field specific communications or conversations. Like if someone is a doctor, then he must have some vocabulary, like what in medical field, and someone is engineer, then he must have those kind of vocabulary. You must need to learn those kind of vocabularies. So you really need to focus on 80-90%, not 20%. If you get fluent in daily conversation, then you really don't need to say that you're not fluent. You can say that you're fluent. And 20%, 10 to 20% can be learned anytime, or it can be learned unconsciously as well. Okay, but this is really requires hard practice, need persistency, conscious practice, because you have to keep reminding yourself you are at practice, you are learning something. And of course it's hard working, because every time you have to keep reminding, and you have to dwell in this throughout the week. And believe me, the result will amaze you. And I tried once I had an interview, and I was learning Spanish at that time, and I had around 10 days for interview preparation, and I used to learn grammatical rules and regulation, vocabulary and all that, but I was not fluent. So what I did, suddenly a strategy came in my mind, that why don't I compel myself speaking in Spanish, and so I started that, and after a week, or I don't know, it had taken only 5 to 6 or not more than a week. So I just went for an interview and I cracked, and I was quite amazed that it's really worked. And so I wanted to share. And so this channel is all about language. We're going to teach you language. So, and the strategies will be same. This will be the strategy. If you are really want to do something is very quicker, then this is strategy for you. You can learn it very quickly within a week. but as I told you, it is a really tiresome process. You may um, get very bored, but believe me, result will amaze you. Okay, so that's all for today, and from the next video, we'll be teaching Spanish. Okay. The reason is simple that there are so many institutions for English learners and there are very few for other language learners. So for that reason, we are starting with Spanish and then French and after that English as well. So we're going to offer almost every language which is widely popular across the world. So stay tuned with this channel. So that's all for today and see you next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.